Good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man.
Cool. Hello, everyone in chat.
Hello, if there's anyone out there yet. I don't think there's
Not
anyone
yet.
there yet. No?
Pretty soon.
Yeah. We'll give it a few minutes.
Hmm. So how's
Yeah.
how's it outside? It looked like it's been pretty nice today. I haven't been outside really yet, so
Yeah, it's still, you need a hoodie, definitely, man. You need a hoodie.
yeah.
Debbie M says hi.
Oh,
How you doing, Debbie?
excuse me. Hey,
Happy
Debbie.
Sunday to you. God bless. Today we're doing a little Q&A like this. We got some information for you all. And we got some more things that we want to talk about. Today I got Junior with me out here too.
Hello.
Damien, how you doing? Country Road, how you doing? Country
Damien,
Road
what's up?
Crickets.
Hey, Redneck
Redneck,
Randy, what's up?
what is up? Happy Sunday. God bless you all.
hmm
Yeah. Sunday, Sunday.
Yeah, I haven't been doing much. I've been at my PC editing and
Yeah.
getting some stuff
Steve,
ready.
Nancy,
Getting
Exploration TV.
some new
Yeah.
gear, some new things for some upcoming stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That is awesome. Let me do this. Let me pop this back and go like this. There we go. Mary, hello.
Hey, Nancy. Steve's video, what's up?
Yeah. Yep. Just got home. That is awesome. Knocking out some
Sebastian.
side work. Sebastian, how you doing? Bonjour, my friend.
Hi, Nancy.
John, how you doing? Nicole,
Hey, Nicole.
hello. God bless. God bless. Hope everyone's had a fantastic day. Alan,
Hey,
how you
Alan.
doing?
What's up?
Yeah, man. So this is a, look at that out there. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder if we'll see anything crossing to get something to eat.
Hey, CJ and John. What's up?
CJ, hello.
Yeah, hello, Nicole.
Mhm. So we got some things, everyone.
Oh,
Eric,
man.
I'll tell you,
Yep.
I'll tell you, we got some things. Heather, how you doing?
What's
I'm
up,
doing
Heather?
okay, redneck.
Hey, Eric.
Sorry about yeah, our Eric
You
had a
have
little
two Erics?
flood. Two Erics. Eric from Michigan. Thank you all for joining on this lovely Sunday afternoon. Yeah. Nice hat, Mike.
Nice hat. Oh, yeah, you like that? Yeah, it's a gift.
Yeah. All right. So let's get this started. I think we got enough people here so far.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank everyone. If anyone's new, please hit that subscribe button. It's free to do for both channels. And we have our man here. We, there he is,
There you are.
Junior. Yeah. I'll throw up his channel link after the show. He'll be with us quite a bit this year. I think it'll be fun. Um, so, what do you think about that? That night hunt the other night had us pretty tripped out.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know if you caught it, but
What do you think?
I made a little intro. Well, I spoiled the intro from the video from that night. I put it up at the beginning of my release for the Malevolent Spirits, so everybody got to see a little sample of that night.
Yeah,
But yeah, that was man. I can't even say. can't even say it's weirder than any other thing. All I know is that things are like very, very strange anymore.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm not
Art,
even
how you
surprised.
doing? Yeah, that was um I can tell you, I know you guys heard it when I was on the walkie-talkie. Allison, how you doing? Um, that I was pretty freaked out. And I really wanted you guys to be closer than we were, because I would have probably stayed up in that area. Eric, thank you. Um, I was pretty scared. I was pretty freaked out what I seen. And what I seen was not what I thought a Bigfoot would look like. Um, yeah, it really changed my mind. Maybe for that area, well, I can tell you, I do not know what a dog man looks like. So that could have been a dog man. Lori, how you doing? But I think when I called over, you all could hear it in my voice.
Oh yeah, you were definitely spooked.
Yeah,
It was just the whole experience was just crazy.
yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And so much so, I didn't want to go back to that area that night. Bruce, how you
Yeah,
doing, buddy?
I got I know I don't remember the timeline. If let me see at what point you started having some of that. It was right around the same time, I think, when you had that weird experience of something that seemed to walk closer to you, that came up to you.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I had seen something too. And it gave me some like, man, some West Branch vibes from when I seen that entity, because I caught something I saw running very similar to that night at West Branch, and I saw the profile of an eye in the reflection. And so I definitely think whatever was happening was something that was moving around, and I
right,
think we were all seeing it.
right. And I can tell you, when you all see this video, I was scared. I was really genuinely scared.
Yeah.
Um, like I said, I was out there in that area by myself, and when you all see this, you guys are going to be screaming, go closer, go closer. But I can tell you, I couldn't do it. Um, I was out there by myself, and it always feels good knowing look, there's something running out there. It always feels good that when we go live and stuff, there's people out there, but y'all got to understand this video. I was pretty freaked out um, because it's not what I thought a Bigfoot should look like, and I backed up. I did back up. I turned around. You will see the cameras going a little crazy. I did have the body camera on, along with holding the camera that I was using, and things were glitching. The body camera started taking like 100 pictures while it was video recording, and you'll see that. Uh, you'll see the regular camera go out from the body camera that I had on. You'll see the regular camera cut out. Um, yeah, there's a difference from being out there and having fear of your life. You know what I'm saying? And being there alone to, maybe if we were all together, I could see us approaching it or something. Yeah, I captured it on film, Nancy. Now, if YouTube lets it go up, if not, we'll have to put this on a different platform. But and we do have another platform for the just in cases now. So, yeah, LIB, stick around because we're gonna be talking about that too. Red Dirt,
What's up, Mike?
hello. So what I seen, y'all want me to describe a little bit of this, and I will. I'll do it right now. And it's exactly what I captured on camera,
Yep.
and it's exactly to the T what I caught on camera. So I was walking up this trail, and I was gifting, and before I gifted, I said, I was talking to you, I did my opener, and I said, wow, I'm getting a really strange vibe. I really need to get this gifting out of my hands. And something started freaking me out a little bit. And I started like looking around because I was hearing branches breaking, and you could hear them on the video. So I started, like bouncing back around with the camera. Didn't see nothing. And I don't think I caught anything on film, but you all be the judge of that. Todd, how you doing? So to speed the story up a little bit, I got rid of the gifting, started taking a trail up. And I said, look at this trail. It's a deer trail. It's not on trail. It's not a marked trail or anything. And I said, look how much this trail is getting used. This is pretty crazy. And I show the trail, and I said, me and MT were here probably, over a year ago, just in this area. And I'm walking and I see something to the left that's dark. And I'm like, what was that? And I start approaching it again. I'm walking up, and it moves behind the tree. And this tree had a split in it, okay, like a V. And you could see it look at me through the split in the V in the tree. So I'm like, I pause. I stop walking. I'm like, okay, that is weird. Roger, how you doing, buddy? So I go, okay, my job here is to go up and see what that is. And I'm thinking in my head, is that a deer? No, it's all black. And I can't tell if it's fur or what it is. So I keep walking, and you see this thing look in that V again of the tree. It looks at me, and then you can tell that it turns around. Caprice, how you doing?
Hey, Caprice.
You could tell it turns around, and it looks like it's going to take off walking. I lose sight of it. So I start walking again towards it, and then it pops out. And this other thing pops out. Well, this other thing is smaller than it. Like, you can tell it's on two legs. But this other thing, I don't know if it's crouching or anything yet, but it's smaller. It's like waist high. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, do you all freaking see this? And the camera starts doing something weird. Well, I'm not too worried about it because I got the body camera on. And I go, I'll fix this. I say I'll fix the main camera, but I'll have the regular cameras, the body camera still rolling. So I fix that camera. I get it back on, and something takes off to the left of me. Both things take off to the left of me. And there's a big tree there. Well, the little thing pops out to the right side of it. And I'm like, do you all see this? And then, do you know how a bear climbs a tree? Like, ever see a black bear like run up the tree as fast as it can?
Yeah.
Well, Melissa, hello. John, hello. That's what the noise it made, like the scratching noise.
Mm-hmm.
But when the big thing ran to the top, it looked like someone turned, like if you were in a dark room and someone flashed the light on and off. It was like kind of like that, like, and I didn't see that big thing anymore. James, how you doing? Well, I was like, do you all freaking see this? Now I'm going to have to beep a lot of things out. So, because I was tripping when I seen it. I mean,
Yeah, no, I had to bleep some out myself that night too, man.
yeah. Well,
Had to
then
bleep out
this
a
little
lot.
thing, yeah, this little thing comes out the side of the right of the tree. Well, it's on the left, but if we're looking at it, it'll be on the right. And I don't know. I don't know, man. But it backed me up because I was freaking out about the one that went up the tree and just was gone. And it made that noise, that like the scratching going up the tree. You
Mm-hmm.
can hear it. But this little one took off to a tree closer to me while I was backing up, going, oh my God, no way, no effing way. Do you all see this? And I mean, if Goosebumps had a name, I had them, man. I mean, because they look like eggs on my arm. But I called you all and I told you all to do a tree knock, and I was trying to keep myself there. And you all did the tree knock, and I asked if you guys could do the whoop, so I can get like of wherever you guys were. Yeah, like confirmation of where you all were at. You did it, and I did not hear it at all. And to find out, we were in two separate locations. Steve, how you doing? Candy, how you doing?
Hey,
Who's
Bigfoot
that?
Mama.
You? Yep. So I was so freaked out, I left the area. And in doing so, when I did leave the area to come try to find you all, because I was trying to make sense of it. James Anderson, how you doing? This thing ran to the left of me, and you all said, I swore it was coming towards where you all were at. And I called you, and you all said that you were starting to hear some crazy stuff going on. And I told you all to be careful. Well, when I said I just seen it running toward you all, I captured a little bit of it on camera, like running your guys' way. And I mean, that whole night, what we caught on thermal, what Junior got, what you got, what I got.
Me getting led down to an area away from you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob.
And we had to call you to come
Roger,
back.
what's
Bob,
up?
how you doing, buddy? Roger, how you doing?
It did not want me to leave.
Yeah. I always thought Bigfoot would look a certain way. And I can tell you this thing's head was probably probably a little bit bigger than a basketball. I couldn't see a neck, but I can tell you its mouth was ear to ear. So, and it had the biggest eyes, like the bottom of a pop can. That's how big the eyes were.
Sounds like
Michael, how
that
you doing?
that weird cat thing that they show. I can't think of what
Yeah,
it's called, but it's like that strange like cat that's got the big smile from ear to ear and it's got the big bug eyes. Kind of sounds
right.
like that the way you're describing it.
The Cheshire cat from
Yeah.
yeah. That was a crazy night.
Yeah, Damien, that something was really close that day too, man. And it was weird how my phone got pushed. There was no way like my phone could slide or anything like that. We tested the theory out. Something pushed my phone across what do you say, about 4 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 4 feet. It was crazy and stuff. So it was like that whole week, last week was just jam-packed with craziness. Lori, how you doing? Lori. But you all will see what we captured. Melissa, how you doing? It was a crazy night. I call that thing.
What's up,
Yeah,
ORD?
Allison will know. I call that thing that we seen. I don't know if it was a ghost. I'm thinking that it was a ghost, but we
What
captured that perfect. It looks totally
that
like a guy.
signature? The one cold
Yeah,
signature?
yeah,
Yeah, it was the coldest. The signature was like, I don't know, single digits. It was under 9 degrees.
right,
So it definitely wasn't like it looked like a person, but if it was a person, it would not have been, 5 degrees.
right.
So whatever it was seems to represent kind of like something in a cold form, maybe like an apparition or a spirit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it was definitely human-like, but not
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. You've seen it. Anybody who saw the little bit of the intro put together at the beginning of the Malevolent Spirit for the live premiere, I showed that part in the video. I showed a little clip of it, and you could see it. It looks like a person, and it looks like they're moving. You know, the movement looks so distinct too. You could like see their shoulders moving and their body. It's like looked like somebody who was just 5 degrees, Fahrenheit, just walking, which
Right.
doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Both. Let's see. I just missed it. Sorry. Uh, Everett, hello. Damien, caught it on both. That thing I was filming, but the ghost thing, we did not see it on film, but we caught it on the thermals. So that was the strangest. That was the strangest.
And the way that
Yeah,
it jammed up the thermals and
Yeah, and it
shut
jammed up the
mics off.
thermals and shut mics off. I mean, that
I
was
I couldn't
crazy.
get to it. Like I seen where it was at, but I wasn't even able to get to it because it was like it was a huge bog. It was a pretty large bog, almost like an oval, and it had the thickest, um, like thorn thickets and brush that was tall. I mean, like 10 to 12 feet tall, and it made like a huge wall around it. And I was able to see it through like um, the hillside because I was a little bit higher and there was gaps, so I was able to see it there. And then when I wanted to get closer to see it, you lost sight when you got to the same ground level as you went down. You couldn't see it because of the thickets, and you couldn't even really see through the thickets, and you couldn't get through them. And then if you did get through them, you were going to be swimming because or darn near swimming because it was like a deeper like pond. So that
Yeah,
was weird. That was just weird.
Yeah, I have some footage of where I was being brought down to where whatever it was that wanted me to come down there. I have an image, a clip in my video where there's a spot in the water that looks sort of serpent-like, but it wasn't.
oh wow.
It was a little freaky.
Yeah. Corky, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, that was a night. Yeah, West Branch vibe, man,
That
for sure.
sighting I had there that night just recently, it really gave me like a flashback to when I seen that thing at West Branch. I didn't get as good as a sight as I did at West Branch of it, but I did see the movement and I saw the profile of something move and I could see the eye. So it wasn't like turned completely looking at me, at least not that I could tell. It looked like a profile of one eye I saw, and it was real quick. And I swear it was like it gave me a partial flashback to what I seen at West Branch, and
Yeah,
that freaked me out. I mean, everything the weird coldness, the weird cold spots kept coming, and
yeah,
it was weird. If you see the video, when I'm watching this thing on the thermal, this cold like signature that's moving, and then I captured some weird sounds and weird cold, like extreme cold areas coming around me, and then there was a really loud knock. Something hit a tree or something sounded like that,
yeah,
and that all was happening like right within a close time. So it was like there was just something that was happening, and it was taking all kinds of weird forms and weird sounds. It was crazy.
yeah. Grizz, how you doing? All right, Country Road. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here with us, my friend.
Hey, Jackie.
Jackie, how you doing? Yeah, I'm telling you, man. So that it, that night, I think got to us all.
Yeah, I want to
We
go back out
smelt, yeah, we smelt that. What was that? A cigar, like a
there.
sweet
Yeah,
cigar.
There was a
yeah,
hook we smelled
that was
rotten
strange.
flesh.
Yeah, I was smelling rotten flesh, like roadkill. You know, that was sitting out in the sun. And yeah, that night was, you know, I know it's our job to go see these things, and I stayed in that area as long as I could. You know, um, I I felt like yeah, I just didn't feel like I should be there, you know, when you see something like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Got my ear ringing all the way out, even after filming and us leaving. Yeah.
What was that? Summit or Portage? I think that was in Summit or Portage, Damien. I'm not sure. On the border,
Which
I
one?
think. That night where we were at, wasn't that in Summit?
Where the one with the scream we heard and all that, the recent video?
Um,
Or
the thing in the woods. Yeah, that was Summit. That was Summit County.
um it may have been Mahoning, closer to Mahoning.
All right, yeah, Mahoning or yeah, one of
Yeah,
those.
Mahoning, Columbiana, because we were way out there by the furnaces, which was out in Latonia, which I think is Columbiana County.
Yeah, yeah, but man, I'll tell you, it's gonna be. You're gonna have to. There's gonna be parts where you're gonna have to kind of put it together and see what was going on because the footage, on one camera, the footage stopped, and I was, videoing on the other camera, and it started taking like it was taking pictures. I never ever heard of something doing this, taking pictures while it was filming.
Yeah, that's funny too because like man, I'm telling you, like I've said this ever since I've come back. Something is way different this year than it's ever been. At least for me now, this is like the start of my third season, doing this year round. And this year is just way more strangeness is going on. And it seems like it is just becoming very active, like way more active than I can remember. Like it's almost hard to believe, you know?
Yeah,
It's almost
yeah,
like you can't make this crap up, right? You just can't. It's like how can this just all of a sudden this year just rip into this crazy activity? I mean, activity that's visible on meters, on that's registered electromagnetic energy that's so high, that's always around, and not just like little spikes coming and going, like long lasting EMF that's just around. And
yeah,
that I've never really experienced so many consecutive, like we go here, we go here, we go here. And as we're going to these places, it's like some form of this high EMF is constantly where we're going.
right. It's almost
The,
like we're picking them out perfectly. It's weird. Jay, how you
well,
doing, buddy?
if I ever would just keep falling back on how I always I really feel like the things that happen in these encounters are because of us and because of our attempt to interact, and maybe something that we don't understand about us. Like I taught, about the how we're like
Yeah,
beacons, things can see us for our frequencies and our energy. And I
yeah,
think that this is more. It just keeps leading more and more to that because it I think the common factor is us. And I
you're
think
right,
something is
right,
like increasing this season for some reason.
right. And that, yeah, we talked about that on the way out, and it's like we have perfect mojo. It's like we have the perfect energy to be in.
Yeah.
It's I don't know how else I could say it. Rick, how you doing, buddy?
I mean, even going and doing my homework for the 4 months that I was gone, um, just coming back and everything just bam, instantly. It has to be the mojo of going out there.
Yeah, yep, yeah, Roger. It's been a crazy year. But with that said, I want to talk about New York.
Yep.
New York. We're planning a trip to go into a great area. Um, and I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be amazing. And we're planning this trip pretty quick.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Gonna go down to Long Island, meet up with
Yep.
LIB, Long Island
Yep.
Bigfoot, and have some, I would imagine, some pretty interesting things. are waiting for us. But however you slice it, it's going to be epic, kind of like
Yeah.
joint investigating, just spending time and seeing what happens is going to be great. Can't wait.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna meet up with the LIB. He's gonna take us into um, one of the craziest spots people have been, and we're gonna see what we can't get. I can tell you, it's the way it's going now, and you have 3 people with their eyes wide open that really know about this stuff. When you have 3 of us out there, um, I believe the way things are going this year,
Yeah.
it's going to be quite a show.
Yeah. So far, man, it seems like things are just continuing to escalate and things are heightened to a level that I haven't run across. Like, in the past, it seemed like things like this would kind of like come and go. Sometimes we'd run into something, like we've been like any of the days over the past like 4 or 5 that we've had where we've went out and we were investigating would be like one in every so often, maybe, in the past. And it seems like it's just been location to location to location this year. It's just continuing to be, this elevated, this high. So
Yeah,
this is going to be this would be the seems like this would be the year to get with Mike and see what happens, man. I think it's going to be great.
yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah, we plan on it. I mean, when we go down there, we're gonna make it count
Oh yeah,
and get into these areas where some of these other guys have been and see what we can't wake up. Got to go. We'll watch more later. See you guys. Thank you so much. You have a blessed night. Have a blessed rest of your Sunday.
Jay
Yeah,
asked if I think it could be aliens. I look, that thought is there. Trust me. Sometimes I think some of the things we've encountered, I do definitely. I think there's. I don't know. I can't really put it on a scale of how high or how probable it is, but I think that is something in that kind of traditional form, or you could just call it like an alien from like another, outer space or something like that.
yeah,
I definitely think something like that could be, that could be some of the things that are happening could be from like a source like that.
right,
Um, but then it probably can go way deeper than that because I think a lot of it is like multi-dimensional connection and communication, which could be so many higher things. I think it all kind of is alien in a way.
right. Yeah. And we plan on trying to get that trip in like in the next week or 2. Um, but with that said, if you would all love to help make, towards that trip, that would be awesome. I mean, I know
Yeah.
everybody's, times are hard. Eggs are like $18 for 4. Loaf of bread's like $22 for 10 pieces. Did you hear that?
Mhm.
I just heard like a woman scream. That was weird. Um, but yeah, if you'd all like to help out and donate and help us get there on top of it, that would be awesome.
Yeah, kind of like you could say we're like trying to do a little fundraiser for this because this one is going to be probably one of the more taxing kind of trips we're going to make because we're planning on going all that distance out to Long Island and um, lodging and gas and food
Yeah,
and
and I want to.
we're gonna get some great content out of it and I can't wait to get with Mike and if anybody if you want to donate towards that. I know you're probably going to go over links and things for you.
Yeah,
PayPal
absolutely.
is, I think, the easiest way, and I think both
Yeah,
of us have PayPal links on our YouTube channel.
yeah. if you donate towards YouTube, we wouldn't get it for a month. That's how that works. D Shizzle for life. How you doing?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
PayPal would
so
definitely be the PayPal would be like the quickest way. That would be right there.
yeah, and I'll put up some links up on this channel and a message board here on YouTube and in the Cameraman Facebook page. Some links, but I would also like to go down there. They have a shop there where you can rent satellite Wi-Fi, so that would be possible to go live up in those mountains. I've been really looking into that also, but I'll explain more on the post that I'll make. But that would be awesome, you know, and it's not mandatory if y'all help. I mean, we're gonna try to get there, and you know, but that would
Yeah,
help if y'all put on
it'll
that.
help us go. If anything, it'll help us get everything moving quicker. Anyways, um, because if I'm sure you're the same thing with you, same with me. We're gonna take some time. We're gonna have to accumulate some the funding for for our trip and everything. And if anybody wants to help, donates through the PayPal link. That'll help us. That'll help us with the cost, and that'll help accelerate our trip too.
Yeah, Bruce, the pocket Wi-Fi. That's what I want to get for at least a day. You can rent them. Oh, Mary, thank you so much. Thank you. Really do appreciate that. Mary said, sending 100.
Wow, wow! Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary. Really do appreciate that. And like I said, it's not, mandatory, anybody, just asking for a little help, to help make that happen. Caprice, thank you. Caprice said she sent 100 on PayPal.
Wow.
Um,
Well,
yeah,
you want
and I
to?
think down there, it's like I said, the way things been going. Um, I believe we're gonna get
Yeah, it's gonna
some
be
great.
high energy, man, high activity. I think for our visit there.
Yeah, because once we go down and we get in there, we're in there. It's not like we're turning around and we're going home because it got crazy. Oh no, we're filming. Yeah,
Well, you
um,
want me to lead into the other exciting news?
yeah.
I know. I talked to those guys, and I wanted to go somewhere kind of special too, another place, and I was someplace I've been wanting to go visit for a while, and over
Uh,
the years you've heard me talk about it. But it's reserved, and we're going to be going to Hillview Manor, the famous haunted Hillview Manor. I think
yes,
every big network paranormal channel has been there all the way back to Ghost Adventures in the mid to late 2000s. And we got a private session booked, so we're going to be there and we're going to investigate it, get full access, just us to the whole place, and it's going to be exciting.
yeah. And I want to hit the grounds around the place.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
oh yeah. There's a lot of burials there.
Oh yeah.
They had them on grounds, the burials, and there was a big incident that got the original caretakers, the people who ran it, they got relieved because they were really doing some bad things with scamming the government out of SSI checks for the people that said they died, but they didn't report them. They actually died, but didn't report them and collected their money there. Um,
What's going on out
and
there? I see
yeah,
them lights.
there's a lot of unrest there from a lot of different things, and a lot of the people were hidden, like buried there and hidden because of for a period over the whole scandal that happened for that before they relieved them. So
Yeah. Oh,
It's interesting.
Christine, we're going to be quite a few places out of state this year. I want to take an Alabama trip. We're definitely going to Michigan. We're definitely coming to Michigan.
I could definitely take you to a couple places in Alabama.
Yeah, definitely going to Alabama. Definitely coming to Michigan. Definitely going to be in PA. Those 3 spots right there.
Damon,
Well,
the Hillview Manor is in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. From here, from us here, like Portage County, I think we're like an hour, maybe an hour.
yeah.
I think it's a little
Donnie,
less.
welcome. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for joining the family, being here with us.
Yeah, I got some new equipment too. I've been kind of trying to, I've slowly but surely been trying to step it up a little bit with some better interactive kind of devices and better cameras. So I have some new equipment that is en route, and it won't be long before you're seeing it. And Hillview Manor is going to be a place where I'm going to be putting that stuff to the test. So it's going to be pretty exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be an exciting year. We said some new things were coming, and they're definitely coming. That's for sure. I don't know.
Yeah,
I see 2 of them out there. I don't know.
you still see something out there?
I can tell you. Yeah, well, I just seen and read something. I can tell you those are train tracks over there. We were on that side before, MT.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are train tracks. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So good, exciting times. And I thank everybody for their help that helped make this happen. I know times are tough. So, like I said, it's not mandatory. We'll do some special things out there for everybody. Bigfoot Mama, hello. And yeah, it'd be a good
It's
time.
Hillview Manor.
Yep.
Bigfoot Mama, Hillview Manor in Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Was that a
Yeah.
dog? You have a dog there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be I want to get on the outside of those grounds.
Oh, yeah. That's a good idea because
See.
I know when I went there for the public tour, I was kind of like, I went around the outside of the grounds before I went in, mainly because I was there early. But I wanted to look at the wings from around the outside to get an idea of the direction of where they go and how big they are. And as I roamed around, I really wanted to go explore around, like take a look into the tree line, get into the woods and check out the grounds because I had an eerie feeling even just outside around that place before I went in for that little public tour.
Yeah. We'll see what's hanging around outside, what's going on inside, and it's only us in the whole building.
Yeah.
That's gonna be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's gonna be fun.
we
Yeah.
booked the
That's gonna
private
be,
session, the private tour. So
yep.
we'll have access to the whole place for a limited time, but a decent enough amount of time that we'll be able to check it all out, film it. And that place has got a lot of history there. And I said it's Ghost Adventures, I think, was the one that put them on the map. And every network has been there since. So like it won't be hard to find anything out about it. So many different kinds of things were there. There's some really I was telling those guys about some of the things that I learned about it and things that I've been seeing and documented. And it's it's very
You
interesting
seen that out there
and
too?
some crazy experiences that are
Yeah.
out there all over from different places. Hillview Manor.
Yeah. That's gonna be neat. It's gonna be a good time. Good year. It's gonna be a good year. I'm excited for this year. Still a lot of new areas
Oh yeah.
to go through. Trap will be back full time here soon. Um, I know T Mac is going to be getting surgery soon, so we got to get out by him before he gets surgery done and get into some back into that area that you want to get into. Yeah. Yep, Junior's back. So it's nice to have him back, and all the cameras will be rolling. And later on this year, Bear wants to come back. So a lot of good things going on. And then we got JR, John. So he'll be out with us, a few times here and there. It'll be a good year. A lot of
Yeah.
good things.
Yeah, it was
Jerry says, "What's up, Junior?"
it was like it had changed. It had gone through a lot of changes, Bigfoot Mama. It had been a place where like TB patients were at, and that's a big part of the history and why they feel like there's a lot of spirit activity was from that time period. But yeah, I think eventually it turned itself into like a nursing home, you could call it. But it had gone through different changes, kind of like most sanatoriums or places have, were. I think they all came about because of TB, tuberculosis was a big reason why these places sprung up.
Yeah. I've seen something this way. I shine from over here.
Yeah, there's like one level of it was just for because they had some of the inmates there. I think they even called them
Thank you,
inmates
Lord.
that were like extremely dangerous, and they had like a separate area designated just for them in the wing, and it's kind of like a highlight area to visit because of a lot of the negative replies and a lot of the angry spirits that are there from some of the residents. Very interesting place. I know even for the short time I was there on a public tour, it was a creepy place, and you got a lot of weird energy there.
Yeah. Krista, hello. What's
Hey,
up,
Krista.
Tracy Dover? How you doing, buddy? God bless. Yeah. Yeah. So if you all have any questions for us, go ahead and put them down below. I want to get up in here.
Put a bus on to it.
Yeah. I want to get up in here, man. I want to see what that was over there.
I think you're going to do
Something
the
going
same,
on.
but I'm going to post something on Facebook that's going to talk about how we're doing like the travel expense fund for going to New York to visit LIB, and I'll
Yeah.
be dropping a little message on Facebook with the details and a link to the PayPal, which said is there on YouTube. You can go to the PayPal link there for I think both of us,
Yeah. Both
but
on both channels.
we'll be putting that info on Facebook
PayPal's
as
the
well.
quickest. Yeah. If you donate through YouTube, we won't get it for 30 days.
Well, you
Um,
mean if you donate it through like PayPal or not PayPal, but like YouTube donation, like the
yeah.
super
If you,
stickers and stuff, right?
yeah,
But
correct.
the PayPal link, whether it's on YouTube or anywhere, that PayPal link is the one that we'll have access
Correct.
to probably the quickest.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I just want people to think not to be afraid to donate through PayPal on the link on YouTube. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I'll also put a link in descriptions of what's going to take place in the Cameraman Facebook page and group. And yeah, I just can't wait. I did have a message come in asking if we will ever research UFOs. I think you're getting into that a little
I
bit.
am getting into that. I'm my revamp on what I came back with is I'm doing cryptids, paranormals, just basically a full spectrum of unknown.
Sounds good. I can't wait. Yeah, that's not my path, but I think it's going to be exciting. I know that you got some tools coming on the way for that,
Mm-hmm.
some cameras and things like that. But we're always searching. If it happens up above us, I think it did before, didn't it? MT, we were out and we were like, "Is that a UFO?"
Yeah, I think we were at the swamp when we seen
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So if we're out, I would definitely film it. Jason, how you doing, buddy? Yeah. So, yeah. South says Bigfoot is so scary. I'm telling you,
There's a lot of things that'll scare you.
yeah. There's a lot of things. And I can tell you the honest God's truth. We were out there and we were like, you cannot attach yourself to us. Our equipment, we must have said that probably, what, 50 times?
Yeah. And that ringing in my ear the whole time we were walking out. As soon as we hit a barrier, it just stopped.
Yep. Yeah, the ear ringing, I've had that quite a few times.
Yep. Yeah, stuff like that are the things that are like your your homemade built-in like warning devices. At least it seems like when we're doing
Yeah.
this, when we're out doing this, those little warnings go off, and usually it's because of some kind of strange electromagnetism or some kind of energy that's around that starts messing with our senses. So it's
Yeah.
like an internal warning meter that we usually pick up on.
Right. Which is cool that,
It's helpful.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Sometimes
Brave is good.
sometimes you can notice that stuff and you're not necessarily getting any kind of readings that are strong enough to be picked up or the right kind to get picked up by the equipment, but you'll start, we'll notice something like that's happening even though some of the equipment's not showing anything.
Yeah.
'Cause neither of our EMF detectors were going off, and it was right here the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. Mary says maybe one day check out the Columbia Manor in Columbia, Alabama.
Yes, I actually that was one of the when you said Alabama trip, that was actually one of the spots that we were when I was living down there. That's one spot I wanted to go to but never been.
Yeah. Let's see. I have a gift to give Bigfoot, but don't know how. Nancy, I'll get a hold of you. Message me, okay? Bruce says, man,
Bruce.
MT crew really smart. I've learned so much from y'all. Thank you, Bruce.
Yeah,
I
thanks,
mean,
Bruce.
we're open to help anybody. I mean, last thing we want is somebody to go out into the forest and get hurt. So, you are all like family to us. And the best thing that we can do if we learn it, share our knowledge. I'm sure most of y'all go out or go on a hike or go camping. If we can pass some knowledge off to you to help you out, that's always been our goal.
I'm willing if something happens to me to come back and share it with y'all.
Yeah.
And I'd rather it happen to me rather than y'all.
Yeah. Yep. Nancy, I'll reach out to you. Okay, what do we got? Chilling right now, eating dinner, chicken, cheese nachos, and onions. I am hungry. Bigfoot Mama says, I have so many structures around here. What is your thoughts on what they mean? My thoughts, I think they use them. I think they use them when they're cutting through, especially that area that we were just at, and seeing how clean they keep them. I was telling MT there, I don't think that they live there. I think they pass through and use them. And it's kind of like how they were picking up all the sticks and putting up in the trees there, MT. You've seen that.
Yeah.
And all, removing all the leaves and putting the piles on the side. I think that that's some kind of manner, like kind of like using a camping area.
Like a camping area.
Yeah, like you run a camping area and then somebody else comes in and ran. Oh my God, I just had one of those bees land on me. What the?
That right there.
And it starts. I don't know. Hold on.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
What
there's something
What
to
is
them, but
that?
again, based on like if you see them, I
What
don't
the?
think I don't think they were like meant for
There's a
something to
black
stay
cat
in.
right here coming out of the tree.
A black cat.
Yeah, right there,
Like,
right in the
Wow.
middle of my lights.
it is so dark over here, and I literally seen that without a light.
See it?
Yeah, I don't think they live in them. Some of them seem like they're so small, and
Yeah, that's
some seem
weird.
big. I think there's just some kind of like behavior, something that's done like Jackson, maybe as a marker, or maybe they have some kind of unknown. Maybe I'm sure there's some kind of a meaning that we might not ever really understand about them. And sometimes I think stuff like that is even could be made through some kind of poltergeist activity. Even um, things could be built, like sticks could be stacked up, things could be placed around. I mean, they happen indoors, and you know poltergeist like accounts and things. You could see that things get
That is
stacked up a
just
lot
so
of times
strange.
indoors, and I think that could happen outdoors as well.
That is so strange. There's just a cat in a tree walking up the tree.
Yeah, I see it. I can see it, and I think I see it moving.
Yeah,
And I seen this black cat, and it was completely dark, no light on it, no nothing. And I seen it.
how spooky is that?
I've got a
That's
black cat over
crazy.
here. He's right here on the ground.
Now he's at
He
the very
wishes he
tip
was
of that
outside.
branch. He just looked at me like, what? That's weird. Okay.
You-
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, with that black cat sign, he's just chilling.
What do they say? Don't let him cross your path or something.
Yeah.
Some weird
Thankful he's
superstition about black cats.
Yeah. That's a little weird.
thankful he's
You're gonna have to
safe.
race it if it tries to cut you off.
Yeah. No, you ain't. No, you ain't, kitty. Chantel, how you doing? Um, yeah. But I I couldn't tell you what those mean except what I think and what I've seen of them. I've seen a lot of them that have stuff in the bottom of them, nesting areas, and they're dirty. Maybe those aren't the ones being used anymore, but could be. But like I said, we ran into some that were nice and clean the other night, and
Almost like an Ozark trail,
Hey,
you know,
tomorrow.
where they leave little campsites.
yeah, tomorrow, yeah. All right, though, but I'm going to jump off here, and I want to thank everybody. I didn't want to keep this too late.
Yeah, thanks
Uh,
everyone. Thanks for
yeah,
coming.
yeah, thank you for being here with us. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. And yeah, join the channels. Join MT. I'll post Junior's channel there underneath in the messages. And if you have any questions, please put it down below, and we'll get to them. Might not be, right away, but we will get to them. We've been really busy with doing videos and nonstop back-to-backs, really late nights out, and tell you, it really beat you up. But yeah, and I'll also get that info up on the Cameraman Facebook page. And for everybody that donated, thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to do a little something special for y'all. And like I said, and hopefully when we get up to New York, we can go live up there, stop and get one of those boxes. And I think that would be fun for everybody. So you are all there with us.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous. I missed it when Mike came down here, so I'm excited
Yeah,
to go up and do some filming and spend some time with LIB, all of us together.
yep,
Since I missed out when he was here before.
yep. And I'll definitely get that video out to you all one way or another. We'll see what YouTube does with it when it's finished. If we have to remove it from YouTube and go over to another platform, I'll put it over there and then post the link. But it's going up. I think this is very important for everybody to see what this was. I don't know what it was, but I'm sure one of y'all do and seen something like it. So I'm not positive. And then, like I said, we seen a ghost. We caught it on thermal. That's the only thing I can think it was.
It seemed like there was some different things there. That was
Yeah.
definitely, that seemed pretty apparent. Like
Yep.
whatever that was, that was the cold like apparition signature, seemed different than what I seen that was closer to me, and I saw the eye and I saw it moving. Like I said, reminding me of West Branch. Like it seemed physical, like, you know,
Yeah.
in one way or another. So it seemed like there was just different things going on, and which was really one of the weirdest nights so far.
Yeah.
It's like
It was.
this big mix of all kinds of different things, weird voices, cold energy, something physical moving, weird knocks and sounds and smells. I mean, it was just like a big mix of all this strange stuff that was just so, like so much of it, not just like little tiny
Mhm.
pieces. I mean, it was like a lot of it was going on.
Right. Right. It was definitely, hey, confusing, crazy, scary night.
Yeah.
You know, it definitely wasn't. It will always be a night I'll remember. That's for sure.
Yep.
And I'm sure down the road it'll be talked about a lot after the videos drop. And, Tamara says it's amazing that electronics can capture these days. Absolutely. And you know what? Cameras don't lie. I mean, it's just what it is. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you for being here with us. I hope you all have a great, blessed rest of the Sunday night. And yeah, good stuff
So
coming, that's for sure.
yeah, look for this stuff coming up. It's gonna be a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, like I said, leave it in the comments below if you have any questions and we'll get to them, definitely. And again, thank you. With that said, I'm Jack the cameraman.
Mike, MT Paranormal Life.
And I'm Junior, Exploration TV.
All right. And we will see you all on the next hunts. Bye.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.